Baldur's Gate 3 Early Access is only a month away if all of the needed motion capture will be recorded in time. In preparation for this, we will begin to delve into the different origin and custom characters. In this Baldur's Gate 3 lore video, we will focus on the 5 characters which will be present in the Early Access. They are Wyll, Shadowheart, Lae'zel, Gale, and Astarion. On top of their in-game backgrounds, theories and race histories will also be discussed. Welcome to Content Critters. If you're interested in more Baldur's Gate 3 lore and news, consider subscribing to the channel and hitting the bell to receive notifications when new videos go live. Without further ado, let's begin. First is Wyll, a human warlock who is noble by birth and who made his name as the heroic blade of Fron-tiers. He keeps his pact with the devil well hidden and is desperate to escape the hellish bargain, even if that means rescuing the seductive creature that made the deal. Wyll has made his name as the heroic blade of Fron-tiers, which suggests that he has done right by people. Although I have to admit, Blade of Fron-tiers doesn't ring a bell if it's a reference to an organization or place. There's also the part where he makes a pact with the devil, but he is now desperate to escape the hellish bargain, alluding to a fiend originally from the Nine Hells, say perhaps Raphael or another devil from Descent into Avernus. In a hasty manner, Wyll has made this deal with the devil to acquire some sort of power or advantage, which he now regrets. I do wonder what made him change his mind to go so far as rescuing the seductive creature. This could be related to being raised as a noble, opening up the possibility that he may have been pressured into doing certain things to uphold the family name while he was growing up, or it could be related to Wyll's class as a warlock. Warlocks are seekers of knowledge. They are known to make pacts with mysterious beings of supernatural powers, such as demons and devils. Alternatively, a warlock may also lead a cult dedicated to these beings or patrons. The pact is described to be similar to that of a master and an apprentice, rather than that of a cleric and deity. As a result, the warlock grows in power at the cost of services performed on behalf of their patron. The magic they learn is minor, but it has lasting effects such as the ability to see in darkness or to read any language. Second is Shadowheart, a half-cleric who is one of Shar's dark disciples. Shadowheart has been sent on a suicide mission to steal an item of great power. While wrestling with her faith and strange untamed magic, she has enemies on all sides and a long-buried secret to uncover. Shar is the goddess of the night and sister of Saloon. She is worshipped by souls consumed with bitterness and loss. One of Shar's commands to her followers is to never forget that darkness is their friend as it hides their secrets and cloaks them from the world's suffering and pain. Not much is mentioned regarding this item of great power, but it could possibly be related to the downfall of Baldur's Gate or a specific race, group, or class. Shadowheart's long-buried secret may be the result of being born as a half-elf, or she could be the spawn of an evil being. Similar to Shadowheart's case, many half-elves also choose lives of solitary wandering or join other misfits in adventures as they don't fit in either the human or elven societies. Meanwhile, clerics are known to be conduits of divine magic as they are chosen by gods to fulfill a higher calling. Harnessing spells rely on both devotion and an intuitive sense of a deity's wishes. They also cast healing and inspiration spells to aid the entire party. Clerics can curse and call down flames from heaven to defeat their enemies. Third is Lae'zel, the Githyanki fighter who is also a consummate warrior, ferocious even by the standards of a Githyanki Kresh. Facing transforming into the very monster she's sworn to destroy, Lae'zel must prove herself worthy of rejoining her people if they don't execute her first. Now, the Gith was a race that was once enslaved by the Mind Flayers. They were able to resist the psionic shackles that bound them, and they learned to eventually overthrow these creatures, even hunting them thereafter. After winning their freedoms, however, 2 factions, namely the Githyanki and Githsuri, got involved in a civil war as they had different ideas on the civilization they wanted to forge. To this day, they continue to be enemies and they've distanced themselves from one another. The Githyanki have become greedy raiders, believing that they deserve to take whatever they want. They continue to plunder the material plane in search for treasures and slaves for their ageless realm while hunting down mind flayers. As a fighter, Lae'zel is a well-rounded and highly skilled warrior who is able to master a lot of weapons and armor. She is trained for danger and constantly stares death in the face. Fourth is Gale, a human wizard who aims to become the greatest wizard Faerun has ever known. Yet his thirst for magic led to disaster. A Netherese destruction orb beats in his chest, counting down to an explosion that can level a city. Gale is confident he'll overcome it, but time is not on his side. This destruction or devastation orb from Princess of the Apocalypse, if it is indeed the same orb, is a bomb of elemental energy used for unleashing natural disasters. It was stolen in Tribor by Nareen Dest, a human spy. A mage hired by the hand of Yartar describes the orb as an unstable and powerful weapon of elemental fire magic denoted by its warmth and dull red color. As a wizard, you can expect Gale to be a supreme magic user who can cast spells like explosive fire and mind control. He can also conjure monsters from other planes of existence and open portals to other worlds. Similar to Gale, some wizards aspire to become like gods through years of apprenticeship and hours of study. They also grow in experience as they experiment with new spells from ancient tomes and creatures. Last but not the least is Astarion, a high elf rogue and a vampire spawn for centuries, serving a sadistic master until he was snatched away. Now he can walk in the light because of the tadpole powers inside of him, but the question is, can he leave his wicked past behind? Astarion was made into a vampire spawn as a victim of the so-called sadistic master. He hungers for blood and he can even drink the blood of his companions while they are sleeping. The spawn only transforms into a vampire where he's no longer being controlled if the master allows him to draw blood from his own body. Astarion's decision to turn his back on the past could have been brought about by his master's death, coupled with a tadpole inserted into his head when he was snatched away. It is believed that a vampire spawn can also become free-willed once the master perishes. Astarion is expected to have mastered the basics of magic. He is a moon elf, often described to have a much paler skin tone with silver-white hair. Moon elves in general are considered to be more friendly and are encountered together with the human race. As a rogue, Astarion is also adept in a variety of skills which include stealth and deception, together with disarming traps and opening locks. When it comes to combat, rogues prefer precise strikes over a barrage of attacks, hitting the enemies where it hurts the most. Will you try out an origin character in your first playthrough like me? Or will you be creating a custom one? Who and why? Let me know your preferred class and race in the comment section below. So that's it for today, guys. Thank you for watching. I'll be back again this week for more Baldur's Gate 3 lore.